have this car pushed back in the pits, which is exactly what they're doing. So let's hope that her crew can get that car sorted out.
Yeah, it's a Formula M Kawasaki that they'll be pushing back to the pit lane. So it's great to have more Formula M cars in the field as well. But hopefully she can get that car going and join the grid. She was due to start in 30th position. But frankly, as far as I know, I think it's the year of your 15th birthday you're allowed to start racing on the main circuit. She is 14, as you have said, so I think it is about 14, 15 where you are allowed to start moving from, the karting circuit or the short circuits and onto the main circuit.
Look, if you're racing in Formula M, I think you're allowed to be there when you are a lot younger, and she is racing the Formula M car, so yeah, no problem. They've got that car back in pit lane as we watch the cars roll down the back, mate. A big thanks to Smile FM. They are the official media partner of the Western Province Motor Club, and then also a massive thanks. We were saying thanks to the sponsors early on, to the city of Cape Town for hopping aboard here and backing Killarney International Raceway and the Western Province Motor Club.
And it has been confirmed that Chloe Stewart will be a pit lane starter.
Well, that's fine, as long as you can get out on track. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Yeah, she runs in Class B with the Kawasaki motor, as you were saying, Byron. So the cars are now beginning to line up on the grid, and you can bet your bottom dollar that between Andrew Rackstraw, Byron Mitchell and DJ Boyson, they should occupy 3 of the first 4 positions. Here comes the race driver SA car of Andrew Rackstraw. He'll be in pole position. And where is Mr. Mitchell? He should be at least on second pole for Dolphin Engineering, Durant Motorsport. And wow, here comes Storm Lanfear for Race Driver SA, and on his outside is DJ Boyson. What a first 2 rows of the grid.
4 Reynards, 2-litre VW motors in these cars, the former Formula Volkswagens, as we have the rest now coming into position. There is Hayden Elwood in the Swift, designed to look like, livery to look like the old Jordan 191 Formula 1 car from over 22 years ago. There is Liebenberg coming in his Formula M with the Kawasaki ER6 engine in that, revving up to 14,000 RPM that he takes it to. And then here now come our Libre Moly cars. Some of our visitors will pull into position, like it's Rackstraw, Mitchell, Boyson, and then we also have Lanfear in there as well. Reno Pence a little bit further back. I'll just try and get some of the names over here of our up-country visitors, so please excuse me if I miss out there. Lucian Ramchanda.
Ramchanda,
okay.
And then Jean-Andre Leroux, that's the other 27 Libre Moly car out there. So we are about to go racing shortly. We will wait for the light to go. Have a look at this. Have you in your life, Byron, seen so many single-seaters at Killarney International? It looks like an IndyCar racing grid as you watch them all the way down.
Turn 1 section onto the Joubert Straight towards Castro Corner will be our leader, Byron Mitchell, but Andrew Rackstraw's right on him.
Right, then we got Storm Lanfear sitting there on the outside of DJ Boyson. Then it looks like it might be the 27 car of Leroux that's coming through there. That's sitting there in that 4th position. That's the first of the Libre Moly cars as they work their way through the kink and race towards turn 3 Interceptor corner.
Oh, Rackstraw's all over the back of Mitchell there, Frankie. You'll see they all got a good, decent start. Looks like all 30 of them are out there at the moment. They're going through turn 3 at the moment. All the filtering through that section. We'll be able to pick up shortly who is where a little further down the field as the leaders go down the back straight and then towards the Pertamina Fastron, turn 5, and there's lots of water down that section, Frankie, towards the braking zone.
Yeah, I'm watching them as they make their way around. To the folks at home, just bear with us. We're trying to get our cameras sorted out. as the leaders are making their way through that dams of water under the Castrol Bridge. They come racing now down towards turn 1, and it is Castrol that is right in there, and Udar, that car is moving around into turn 1 as they plough through that dams of water. The two of them are side by side, Byron, as they race towards Castrol Corner.
They're going hell for leather, Frankie, because they leave everybody out behind. Rexstraw leads the way now into Castrol Corner turn 2. They've left behind Storm Lanfear in 3rd position. DJ Boyson is in 4th position. Ramchander is the 2nd place, first place in Class C ahead of Reno Pence. That's who he will be fending off from at the present moment.
And then it's Jean-Louis Leroux that sits in there as well. That's a group of three that's heading into turn 2 right now. And Leroux sits on the outside of Pence. It's a Ramchander that leads him out. Then there's another that's making its way into turn 2 now. He's got his nose ahead there of Darren Liebenberg as they work their way around. But the leaders are working their way down the back main, Byron, into turn number 5, splashing their way there into Pertamina Fastron.
Well, going into turn 3, Frankie, it's Leroux, the number 27 car, that finds himself ahead of Liebenberg at the moment. He's only a half a second the last time off of Reno Pence. That is the battle at the moment for Class C, which Ramchander currently leads at the moment by over a second from Reno Pence. Looking at this, Sean Lariche leads the Formula V class and will actually be ahead of Zane Humphries by 2.5 seconds, as here we have 8 laps left to go, including the one we are currently on.
122.513 by Andrew Rackstraw. That's the quickest time. That shows you what conditions are like out there, because normally these guys run 110, 111s. So they're about, 10 seconds, Byron, slower than the normal quickest times around here due to the track conditions.
Well, Rackstraw has extended the gap over Mitchell by over 2 seconds. Francois Butler just saying into my ear, yeah, that man Rackstraw, that's a karting wet specialist, that. And it shows in leaps and bounds now as they go towards the back straight. They'll be coming up to some lapping some cars.
And Byron Mitchell as well, also an ex-karter.
Look at the mud on the side of the circuit there, Frankie. If anybody had to go through that, that would be trouble. So the guys have to be with yellow flags waving down in turn 5. Has somebody gone off the circuit? There's that water in that section of the circuit. I don't see. I think somebody might be. I have to see and keep you noted. It's Sean Lariche. Sean Lariche is out of the race at turn 5.
No, that's under Lariche, not Sean. Under Lariche. That's in the 18 car. He is out of that one. We just saw him. There's yellow flags waving. There's trouble in turn number 1 as well. We're trying to pick up Lariche there. I don't see anything visually out the window for now. But there was yellow flags. I think some of them might have just got off and then rejoined again.
It's a lovely little battle coming into well, it's actually sort of Lanfear lapping cars in that 3rd place of his. He finds himself now quite a bit of time ahead of DJ Boyson. Ramchander is the one in 5th position at the moment. He's leading Class C. Looking a little bit further down on his own in Class A is Krieger, and Herman Krieger, that's the Speed RMO8, and then Ken Fletcher will be being split by that Zayna Munson leading the Formula V class at the moment.
Right, so I'm trying to pick up the leaders. They're going down the back straight. They're heading towards a turn 5. Right, we've got the cameras sorted out now, so we had still not sorted out, so we'll just continue with the commentary. We do apologize for that. The leaders will be coming towards us shortly, Byron, as we wait for them to come splashing out of Pertamina Fastron.
It's coming across the line ahead of Darren Liebenberg, and just looking at the time between the two is only about 3 seconds. Mayer coming across the line, should probably say, in 7th position at the moment. 57 machine, 6 laps left to go, including the one here at the moment. Rackstraw 1.2 seconds ahead of Lanfear, and then we still have Mitchell, then Lanfear a further 18 seconds back.
Now the leaders are now working their way through the kink and into turn number 3, into the 2nd corner, and we've got them on our camera screen. We'll have a look and see. Yep, there they go through into the corner, making their way up the Tygerberg straight towards turn 4. That's Sartle Sweep. And that is Andrew Rackstraw, and right on his KC is a Byron Mitchell. Rackstraw is the quickest man out there with 123.513 as the two of them race down the back straight, Byron, towards turn 5 Fostron corner.
Looking much drier down Tygerberg straight, turn 4 section, Super Saddle Sweep. Frankie, double weight yellows in turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. It was 1.2 seconds between Rackstraw and Mitchell the last time around. Let's see how close it is between the two of them, and it looks like, is that one of Reino Pence? That has pulled off the circuit. I have to see, it's a bit of a dangerous spot, Frankie.
I can tell you, Rackstraw's out the race. He spun it in turn number 4. Tiny were just telling us now that the leader has spun the car in turn 4, unless it's another number 40. Remember that we do have drivers from up north, but I can guarantee what I see out my commentary box window, the 40 car is still in the lead. It has not spun out, so that was incorrect. As a matter of fact, right behind him, going through the King towards Interceptor corner, is Byron Mitchell. So Andrew Rackstraw definitely in this race.
Yeah, I think they may have picked up. There's a car parked on the Tygerberg straight, Frankie, on the grass. There's yellow flags waving in that section. We'll have to pick up who that car is, but we'll just check it when they come around, and that car gets going again onto the circuit. Luckily, it had a gap to try and join again, but there's a car parked on the outside of turn 1, so yellow flags will be waving down in turn 1 as well. Holes Hook, and that Formula GTI will surely get going once again. There are 5 laps left to go in this race. The wind has come up, Frankie, which is good for the track drying over here. The sun is out, and our leaders come across the line. Byron Mitchell, a 1:23.86. He's closed up the gap to half a second to Andrew Rackstraw. So this race is far from over at the moment, with 4 laps left to go.
Right, 4 more laps left to go. So right now out there, we've got Rackstraw and Byron Mitchell, 120.386. He's the quickest man out there, sitting in that second position. As we have a look at all these upcountry drivers working their way through the kink and into an Interceptor corner. Absolutely amazing to have all these drivers. There's the Licky Moly cars going through your picture now. And lovely to have these people from the northern regions racing here at Killarney International.
Yellow flags are still in before turn 4, Frankie. So we'll have to see, maybe on the exit of turn 4, somebody is stuck at that section. Don't see it at the moment now. They'll be coming around, and then it will be 3 more laps left to go. Half a second between Rackstraw and Mitchell. Could they get ever so much closer? Yellow flags, double weight yellows waving in turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. Look at the gaggle of cars going through the section there. Look at Andrew Rackstraw and Byron Mitchell. They're being held up by the back markers.
Yeah, I'm watching that. They were just racing through. There's 2 cars that you see standing out there. One is Andre Lariche. Another one will try and pick up the leaders. But now our leaders are well down the main straight. How do you thread the needle through this as they race down towards turn 1? Into holes they go. And the leaders are circumnavigating their way between all of these cars in very tricky conditions. As you see those Licky Moly cars right there with each other.
Number 7 has come off of the circuit on the Tygerberg straight and has come right back on. I think that's 27 of LaRue, who was running in 5th position. I speak under correction there. But let me tell you one thing, Frankie, in these types of conditions, you need radar to get through this. And now look at the 0.2 of a second that was costed to Rackstraw through the traffic.
Well, absolutely brilliant stuff out there as they work their way down the back main. All these cars are trying to find the leaders. They should be going down the back straight. Yes, they are. Down the back main they go. Racing down towards turn number 5, towards Fastron corner. That's race driver SA, Andrew Rackstraw, that sits out there in P1 Dolphin Engineering. And Durant Motorsport, Byron Mitchell, sitting right there behind him as they work their way out of Fastron corner. And there's a couple of back markers ahead of them as they work their way towards the Castrol Bridge.
Yeah, we spoke about Cyril Somerville, I think the 61 car that is parked at that particular point on the circuit, and brought out the double wave yellows. But now it is 2 more laps left to go. It is 0.4 of a second in it between Andrew Rackstraw and Byron Mitchell, both ex-karters, both real talents as they go now onto through the kink cut. I think they went now, and they're going to think no, they're going into turn 2. Excuse me, Frankie points it out very nicely for me. But look at this, nose to tail, 1 and a bit laps left to go, Frankie.
Yeah, through the exit of the first sector into the second sector, they work their way now into turn number 3. Through interceptor, shoe where they go. Busy making their way past back markers as they head up towards turn 4. That's sidle sweep. They cut and carve their way through those back markers. Turn 4, that's a double right-hander you can see there. That is sidle sweep. Now, down the back man they go. They're just dissecting these back markers. Kelly Fletcher, he's one of them that just gets torn apart by them as they pick up this whole group of back markers. I remember, these guys either do race Extreme Festival or have raced. Look at that, they're getting involved there with all those other slower cars. Blue flags waving as they come around to start their final lap.
A real bit of spray coming up there as well from the slight river coming across the circuit at that particular point, but the final lap has been started. Now nose to tail, it's 0.3 of a second between Andrew Rackstraw, number 40, who is currently leading, from Byron Mitchell, the number S21 car. They are both in the same class and for the overall as they now start this final lap.
Right, working their way now, nose to tail, out of turn number 2, out of Castell corner they come now, and they going to put a lap on Boyson. They're going to lap DJ Boyson as they work their way into turn 3, interceptor corner Byron with a half a lap to go.
Yeah, DJ Boyson 4th in the class, 4th overall as well of the so in the top 4. Storm Lanphier still in 3rd at the moment. We wait for our 2 leaders to come out of turn 4 and onto the back straight where they will zigzag through the lapping of the cars ahead of them. Now they come down towards turn 5. Pertamina Fastron, it's Byron Mitchell's probably his last chance to make any sort of a move over here, and Rackstraw holds the inside line, keeps the apex. They'll fire their way out.
Remember, you cannot overtake. You got the yellow flag because of those cars that are off there, so the way they are will be the way they're in unless there's a lunge at the end. But it's going to be Andrew Rackstraw across the line from Mitchell in that second position, and there was a 1/10 of a second between the two of them at the checkered flag.
And a fastest lap of a 1:19.161, Frankie, as well on that last lap. That's how close it was. I did forget about the yellow flag situation in turn 5. That basically meant no passing under any circumstances over there. So that means Byron Mitchell will have to make do with second position. Oh, somebody went spinning off the circuit. Oh!
Yeah, that is 2 cars there. Well, turn 5 has claimed 4 casualties as DJ Boyson finishes, but he is a lap down, remember? So we're waiting for Storm Lanphier to finish for Race Driver SA in that 3rd position, and here he comes towards the line now, and Lanphier comes home 3rd overall and 3rd in class.
Jean-Andre Leroux will get 5th position and the winner of Class C ahead of Lucian Ramchander. Alan Mayer will be right off of them as well in that number 57 car in 7th position. Reno Pence, number 65, will come to the line to take 3rd place in Class C. And I think there was just Ben Jack Phillips that also finished now. Liebenberg will hold 9th position. Kelly Fletcher will take the Formula V class win, Frankie.
Oh, fantastic. Well done to Kelly. Here come the 2 Liquimola cars across the line now. And
oh, somebody went into the wall there, Frankie. That is quite a whack to the wall. I didn't see the number of that car, but that is quite a thump on the pit wall that somebody has gone into, and hopefully the driver is okay.
Yeah, I just saw that car just veer off to the right and just slam into the wall here on the monitor, and there was heavy impact there on the wall. Never got to the checkered flag. He saw the checkered flag, but never quite made it. And
just want to go through the list here, Frank.
I'm going to go out and have a look. See, look at all the casualties that Fastron corner has claimed. My word. Remember, there were two cars that got tangled. They seem to have got going again, but there are two cars that's still standing there, and that's why the yellow flags were out, which neutralized that complete sector down in turn 5 in Fostron.
The only one who hasn't registered a finish, Frankie, is Charlton Tomp in the Formula M. That is in 20th position. Everybody else has got a checkered flag next to their name.
Well, let's try and go as we try and figure this out. Who won what? Class S was won by Rackstraw, Mitchell, Lanfear and Boyson, even though he was a lap down. Then Class C was won by Jean-Andre Leroux from Lucen Ramchanda. Class A was won by Lieutenant Colonel Alan Mayer. That finished there 7th overall, but first in class. Formula V's was won by Kelly Fletcher, and then Class B was won by the 36 car, and that is Ludovicus Gerber.
I'm pleased to mention, Frankie, the driver of that car that is parked up against the wall has vacated, he's disembarked his single-seater, and he's out of the single-seater, so that's good news over there.
That's the most important thing, the driver. That car is absolutely trashed. I look on the monitor, look at that rear wing as well of that car, Byron. That is a total mess that's standing up against that wall there. And I don't quite know if they're going to get that thing sorted out for the second race of the day. I'd like to think so, but reality says I doubt that very much.
It's a bit of a tough ask, Frankie. I think what actually happened over here, he just went into the wall, and the back end as well just came around and thumped the wall. That's why the rear wing of that Formula N is askew. And, well, luckily, driver out of the car, but he's not going to be very happy at seeing his race machine in the state that it currently is.
So just try and make a point of also making sure thermal fires. So I said to her, but we mention the same number of times all the classes when they come out. Yeah.
So the club is right.
Yeah, but they're saying that they don't do the name.
Just make sure that
Just make sure
Right, everybody, still a bit of a delay for a car that needs to be recovered on the main straight in front of the Old Pit complex. Mike Side from Sabata joining you from the comedy box. Up next we'll have the Libre classic cars. You can see them forming up in the new pits, new bare pits on the other side. If you're on the screen here and look at the truck recovering the car, the pits are to your right hand side, you'll see those red and white blocks. So Libre classic cars up next, after them the Rennie V8 Masters. Looking forward to some exciting racing. The track dried out a little bit, a couple of damp spots here and there, but I think we're going to have some excellent racing here today. And I must admit, the weather playing its part. I'm having a look out towards the northwest. The southeaster blowing a little bit. We can have a look at the flags. We see southeaster blowing, and it's lifting the cloud cover, which means that we are effectively not having any precipitation around us at the moment. So that is a promising sign, and I think for my two-wheeled friends, even more of a promising sign that they can have possibly a little bit of dry lines to ride on. Well, just a little recovery taking place there. and we'll have a look, see what happens there. Right, so not to mention today, our sponsors, Smile, 90.4, Wingfield Motors, Castrol has now come on board in turn 2, now Castrol Corner and a little bit of the Castrol Bridge together with the City of Cape Town. We have a couple of class sponsors out there, Pirelli, Thermofires, Bijou Trustees, Caltron, all the rest that will be joining us today. And if you have missed any,